Hello there, and welcome to my YouTube channel and whatnot. Uh, I am the Arcane Lich, or that's pretty much what I call myself. Um, anyway, I decided to upload a video to my YouTube channel today about how I've been getting some of the black metal and extreme metal type tones and whatnot that I've been using in Amplitude 5 and such within Reaper DAW and everything like that. Just in case anyone's curious or any of that, uh, I just figured I would do something like that. Plus, I figured it would be kind of fun, and I don't really like gatekeeping information from most people when I feel like a lot of the information could be shared. So, yeah, let's get into it. I'll flip my camera around, uh, and I'll show my camera screen and whatnot, and then I'll demo me, playing around with some of those tones. Uh, And also, for any of you that may be interested, I have my own horrible metal album that I released called Labyrinthia, and I also have a horrible EP that I released before that, uh, which it was originally released a few years ago before 2023, but some shit happened and then I re-released it. Uh, if you want to check those out, they're pretty much on every platform, including YouTube Music, Spotify, iTunes, all that shit. Um, and also, I have content uploaded in other places too. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok and shit. Uh, or well, if TikTok gets banned, I guess you can't or you won't be able to, but you'll still be able to find me on Instagram and whatnot. So anyway, I'm gonna flip my camera around, show some things in Reaper and Amplitude 5, show the setups and whatnot that I've been messing with lately, or really the main setup that I've found that I like. Uh, and I'll demo it a little bit, and then yeah, we'll mess around and talk about that, I guess. Okay, so if we open up um, Reaper DAW here, oops, let me mute that a little bit. So if we open up Reaper DAW here, and we open up the first guitar track that I have, and we go to the Amplitude 5 VST, I'm running through these two Marshall amps right here, uh, which are, I think they are based off the old Marshall Plexi or the JCM 800 or something. And then the cabinets that I've been using are the 4x12 closed modern, uh, with this one dynamic mic and a condenser mic. The same setup for the other cabinet. The only difference is I have one pan a little to the side this way and another pan all the way, just to make the output volume a little bit more equalized for where it's coming out. And then I have reverb, which is Reaper's actual reverb, reverberate, reverberate, whatever. Uh, Rhea delay, which is a delay, an exciter, treble enhancer to make things, have less low end for black metal and whatnot, and a Rhea AQ just to kind of get rid of a little bit more of that low end and to up the mid and high frequency a little bit or whatever. Um, and these plugins, the Rhea AQ, Exciter, Rhea Delay, and Rhea Verberate, are all plugins that are included inside of Reaper. They are not Amplitude plugins or anything like that. However, Amplitude has a lot of its own pedals and stuff. Uh, like if we see here, I'm actually using a pedal, and the first pedal in the chain that I'm using is based off of a Ibanez Tube Screamer, I believe. The second pedal, I believe, is based off the old HM2 distortion pedal, and then I have a chorus pedal right after that. Uh, and I have it in front of both the amp heads where it's running into both and then into both the cabinets, as it's playing through. And then the other plugins that I have after Amplitude 5, the Ray Reverberate, the Ray Delay, the Exciter, and the EQ, uh, they all combine with that as well. So if we see here in Reaper, though, I actually have two guitar tracks, right? And those two guitar tracks are the same effects set up. It's the exact same thing. I just copy paste and I make it to where it's basically a double tracked, just to have like more of a full sound and whatnot while I'm doing things. Uh, so, and then the other two tracks I have here are kind of useless. I was going to use those to capture my audio instead of Reaper and then line the video up, but it was having some weird reverb effects, so I decided to do it different. So these two tracks are unimportant, but the guitar tracks are what are really important. So now I'm going to show you what has been on my master bus. On my master bus, I have a soft clipper, which goes before the Rhea limit, and then I have everything panned around for surround sound, and then Rhea comp, which I have on the distorted electric guitar preset, and then I have set to my own things. Basically, all I really do here is hit auto release and then raise the attack up so it doesn't compress each note so bad when I go to tremolo pick and whatnot. Rhea X comp, which I have set to the super solid bass and nice opto mids preset, and then I kind of just, customize and change that one around a little bit too. Rhea AQ again, but this time I have it on a different preset for mud free. Actually, that's probably where all that reverb was coming from on my master bus, now that I see that, because I see that there is a reverberate on my master bus as well, and then the loudness meter at the bottom. So I have all that on the master bus kind of just to top things off a little bit on the guitar tracks and everything, and as well as the as when I add cult drums too and do some stuff with drum tracks. Like for instance, I won't be doing that today because this is focusing mostly on guitar tones and whatnot, but I will go ahead and I will insert a new virtual instrument on this track just for those of you who don't know how to use cult drums or any of that after you install it in Reaper, and you can make it come out to an output of like 16 outputs, which basically is more or less like a whole room EQ type thing. And then with cult drums, you can do the same thing. You can add a bunch of plugins and whatnot with Reaper, do whatever you want, and etc. So a lot of times, I'll double track the guitar and whatnot, and then I'll set the drums up and separate all that too. And I go from there. But anyway, the drums aren't what's important here. The guitar tracks and whatnot are what's important. Because like I said, I'm not focusing on the drums and whatnot today. This is just focused on the guitar tones and whatnot that I've been making. So now that I've kind of showed you what has been going on in my DAW a little bit and how I've been doing this, for the most part, I'll set my guitar up and everything, plug into the interface, and I'll demo sort of how this tone sounds and whatnot. And yeah, that'll pretty much be the end of the video. And for any of you that are curious and whatnot, maybe it'll help you, maybe it'll give you some insight or some advice or whatever. Maybe it'll help you with something along in the future, or maybe you'll see that you can get a black and extreme metal tone out of something like Amplitude. So yeah, let me do that. So that's not bad at all, and you can do a lot more with Amplitude. Honestly, like there is a shit ton more you can do with it. Uh, that's not really even scratching the surface. But the fact that you can get that good of tones and whatnot for metal, especially black and extreme metal, out of Amplitude 5 is pretty amazing. Uh, and it sounds pretty good in the room too, like through the studio monitors and whatnot. And it also sounds good in the actual DAW. Um, so yeah, it's definitely good for sure. So if you're somebody that has been liking a lot of my content, and you like what I do, and you like a lot of my guitar stuff and whatnot, yeah, maybe this will be useful for you. But that's pretty much how I've been getting a lot of my tones. Is just stuff within Reaper DAW. And honestly, I'm starting to like Amplitude 5 more than my DSL 20 Marshall that I have right here. And I hate to say that, but like technology has gotten a lot crazier over the years, that's for sure. Uh, yeah, maybe this YouTube video will be helpful for somebody. I don't know. So, this has been the Arcane Lich. Thank you, each and every one of you who enjoy what I do, if you do. And if you're someone new that has found my content, then that's perfectly fine. I appreciate you too, highly. So thank all of you. Sincerely, the Arcane Lich.